From the Northway Online Newsroom, I'm Gare McKenzie. This local and regional news update is brought to you by Northway Bank. Want a Northway Bank teller to keep in your pocket? There's an app for that. Now available for iPhone and Android. Download yours today. Northway Bank with 17 locations throughout New Hampshire. The people you know, the bank you trust. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. A New Hampshire Fish and Game officer says 2 Center Conway men were taken to Memorial Hospital in North Conway yesterday morning after a snowmobile crash. Conservation Officer Sergeant Brian Abrams says 31-year-old Josh Wiggin was driving a 1991 Ski-Doo Safari, and 21-year-old James Gould was riding as a passenger when the left side of the snow machine caught an exposed rail on a railroad bridge track that crosses the Saco River in Center Conway. Abrams says the riders were going about 25 miles per hour when the machine came to an immediate stop, and the 2 men were thrown over the handlebars of the machine before it cartwheeled. Both riders, who were wearing helmets and eye protection, suffered non-life-threatening injuries: Wiggin to his left shoulder and left knee, and Gould to his left knee. Conway Police and Fire Rescue and ambulance crews from Center Conway and Conway responded, along with Abrams, shortly after 10:30. Wiggin was evacuated by sled, and Gould was taken out on a tracked ATV. Abrams urged his riders to use caution and minimum speed when riding near tracks because the rails are still partially exposed and can be hazardous, particularly near switch areas. The Center Ospey Fire Chief says no one was hurt in a chimney fire yesterday afternoon at a home on Broad Bay Road. Mike Brownell says his firefighters in Ospey Valley EMS responded to the duplex at 40 Broad Bay Road around 1 o'clock.
On arrival, there was smoke coming from around the roof line where the chimney met the roof line. It was actually melting the tar on the shingles, which means it was a very severe chimney fire, almost to the point of turning into a structural fire. So all hands were busy cleaning out the chimney.
The chief called for firefighters from Freedom to assist. He says there was a large plug of creosote in the chimney. After knocking the fire down, firefighters made sure the temperature in the chimney had cooled down enough before turning the house back over to the homeowner. In Maine news, the initiative to form a police union in Freiburg is moving forward after selectmen agreed last week the town's 4 full-time police officers who have non-management, non-supervisory jobs would be the appropriate members of a bargaining unit. The 4 employees would be referred to as police officers, patrolmen, senior patrolmen, or law enforcement official. Freiburg Town Manager Sharon Jackson has sent the town's response to the Federation of Public Employees in Augusta and the Maine Labor Relations Board. The next step in the process will be for the 4 eligible police officers in Freiburg to vote as to whether they want a union. If by majority vote they decide they do, the town of Freiburg will then start to negotiate a contract with them. In sports, the Yankees beat the Red Sox 4-0 yesterday in exhibition play, and Anthony Davis outreached Kevin Garnett and Jeff Green for a last-second tip-in, and the New Orleans Hornets snapped a 4-game skid with an 87-86 win over the Boston Celtics last night. In the weather today, partly sunny, a slight chance of snow showers this afternoon, highs in the mid-30s with light winds. Becoming mostly cloudy tonight, lows around 16, and mostly cloudy in the morning Friday, then becoming partly sunny, highs in the mid-30s. From the Northway Bank Online Newsroom, I'm Gare McKenzie.